At the Canada Foundation for Innovation, we invest in the infrastructure that researchers need to think big, innovate, and push the boundaries of knowledge. We provide funding to eligible Canadian institutions for equipment, technology, and the spaces necessary to conduct world-class research, as well as support for their ongoing operations and maintenance. For each of our various funding competitions, we invite institutions to submit project proposals that outline their research goals and the infrastructure they'll need to reach them. We then recruit experts from around the world to participate in our 3-stage merit review process. Here's how it works and what you, the Multidisciplinary Assessment Committee, need to know. First, we group proposals together by research field and assign a committee of experts in that field to assess them. These group of experts are asked to evaluate how well each proposal meets the competition's assessment criteria and comment on the appropriateness of the proposed budget. The CFI will draft a report for each proposal outlining the expert committee's conclusions. These reports, along with the proposals, are then handed off to the Multidisciplinary Assessment Committee, or MAC, for Stage 2 of our merit review process. At this stage, we regroup proposals based on the size of the applicant institution and the amount of infrastructure funding requested from the CFI, and we assign each group of proposals to a committee. A multidisciplinary assessment committee is typically composed of a chair and approximately 10 members from around the world. MAC members are chosen for their broad understanding of the research environment, the niches of excellence in the institutions, and the breadth of potential outcomes across research disciplines, or for their expertise in managing large or complex research projects. They are appointed as an individual, not as an advocate for or representative of their research field, discipline, or of any organization. Each committee is assigned up to 35 proposals across a variety of research fields, and each committee member is asked to perform a thorough review on approximately 10 of these proposals. However, we do expect committee members to read all the proposals and expert reports assigned to their committee so that they can be fully engaged in the discussions. As a MAC member, your job is to evaluate how well each proposal meets the competition's objectives. Guided by the expert committee reports, you will use a 5-point rating scale to demonstrate the degree to which proposals meet each objective. You will need to substantiate your ratings by listing the strengths and weaknesses you've identified for each objective, and then submit your individual assessment to the CFI before the committee meeting. We ask that you not duplicate the efforts of the expert committee, who have already evaluated the proposals based on the competition's assessment criteria. All materials necessary to make your assessment, including the expert committee reports, can be found in CAMS, our awards management portal. You will need to activate your CAMS account to access the materials. You will then be asked to participate in an in-person meeting to discuss the merits of each proposal assigned to your committee. Your committee must reach a consensus on the strengths and weaknesses of each proposal and the degree to which they satisfy the competition objectives. Together, you will need to formulate an overall opinion of each project and recommend which ones to fund. The CFI will draft a consensus report for each proposal, which the MAC chairs will need to approve. If the number of proposals recommended by the MAC exceeds the competition's available budget, a third committee, known as the Special Multidisciplinary Assessment Committee, or SMAC, is responsible for narrowing down the choices. The recommended proposals are then sent to the CFI Board of Directors for approval. As you can see, the multidisciplinary assessment committees play a critical role in our merit review process. Your expertise allows us to fund trailblazing projects with the greatest potential for impact, projects at the forefront of exploration and knowledge that address global challenges and make meaningful contributions to Canada's social, health, environmental, and economic development.